Did you ever have an experience in which you were just going about your day when out of the blue, bam, you get an amazing insight or idea? Where did it come from? Look no further than 1.6 billion to 1.9 billion miles from the Earth. What do I mean? Stick around and find out. Hi, I'm Hope Weinstein. I'm the author of the book, The Creative Toolbox, a practical guide to discovering and using your creativity. And I love helping people as they navigate their creative journeys. In astrology, Uranus is the planet that rules innovation, sudden insight, disruption, originality, and nonconformity. It can influence your creativity by helping you receive breakthrough ideas, unique ways to express yourself, the impetus to rebel against norms, and solve problems in groundbreaking ways. There are some planets that Uranus makes aspects with, and some astrological houses in which Uranus resides that particularly influence creativity. We will discuss these planetary aspects and houses in this video, and you can see if they exist in your astrological birth chart. If you don't know where Uranus is in your birth chart, there is a free tool that you can access to find it. You can create a free birth chart or natal chart by going to cafeastrology.com. I will link this site in the description below. On the site menu, on the right side of the page, click on Free Reports and Calculations. Under the heading Cafe Astrology's Featured Free Reports, click on Free Astrology Reports. Click Create a New Chart and put your information in. You will quickly see your natal or birth chart. In your free natal chart, Cafe Astrology does a nice job of clearly identifying the aspects planets made in relation to other planets at the time of your birth, as well as the houses the major planets are in. If you need a moment to get your birth chart, pause the video here, head over to cafeastrology.com, and come back to the video when you have your chart. Now we will look at natal Uranus in aspect to the natal Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, as well as Uranus's placement in the 3rd, 5th, and 11th houses, so you can see how Uranus may give you the impetus to create with sudden insight, innovation, and originality. If you were born with Uranus with an aspect to the Sun, you create with strong individuality and require freedom of expression. You are innovative and you don't mind taking risks to create something truly unique. This does make you unpredictable and resistant to authority and tradition at times. Because you are so individualistic, others may find your work magnetic and a source of inspiration. You have the potential to be a visionary leader. You don't mind sudden changes because you are adaptable, and creative setbacks only inspire you to grow from them. On the other hand, your unpredictability may make it difficult to maintain stability in your productivity. You may run into conflicts with authority figures. Because of your strong need for individuality, you may find yourself isolated at times because you don't tend to join in with the crowd. Your changeability can lead to impulsivity. So some of your choices may have negative consequences. Famous creatives born with Uranus in aspect to the Sun include spiritual teacher Ram Dass, artist Frida Kahlo, golf champ Tiger Woods, and musician Louis Armstrong. If you were born with Uranus with an aspect to the Moon, it can be challenging because the Moon's need for emotional security may clash with Uranus's desire for freedom and unpredictability. The emotions you feel can lead to intuitive hits and flashes of inspiration that provide creative fuel. You may express your emotions through unconventional projects involving art, technology, and social activism. You're self-reliant emotionally and don't require others to validate your feelings. You are emotionally open-minded, which paves the way for untraditional relationships or lifestyles. When emotional upheavals occur, you are more adaptable than most and can find creative ways to get through them. Your relationships are most compatible with those who share your desire for emotional freedom and independence. Creatives with this aspect are often artists who work with unusual mediums or styles. One challenge of having a Uranus and Moon aspect is that you are so emotionally adaptable that you may be inconsistent in your responses. You may feel a sense of detachment from others, which prevents you from establishing strong bonds with creative partners or teams. You are a rebel against maintaining traditional emotional norms, which may land you in challenging situations with others. You find emotional security stifling, which can strain relationships. Your creativity may develop out of new emotional experiences you seek, but constantly searching for new emotional connections can make it more difficult to maintain long-term commitments. Famous creatives born with Uranus in aspect to the moon include singer-songwriter Bob Dylan, playwright Oscar Wilde, director Ron Howard, and talk show host Larry King. If your natal chart shows Uranus having an aspect to Mercury, you are meant to break free from conventional thinking. You are not much of a rule follower, and you go your own way. You are technologically minded, and as such, you can take old information and present it in a new way. You use your creativity to communicate in a unique style. What you communicate may come out in short bursts, but it is usually meaningful and insightful. You may have been educated in an unusual way with lots of changes to your educational path. You may be a big proponent of alternative education. You may liberate your thinking through speaking, reading, and writing. There is a part of you that enjoys using communication to shock or challenge people. You also use communication to exert your need for freedom from restriction. Many creatives with a Uranus aspect to Mercury use their creativity in the roles of writers, coders, scientists, designers, and strategists. As brilliant as your thinking is, you can be very scattered in your day-to-day existence. You tend to have a short attention span. People may have difficulty following what you communicate because your mind is so quick that you are on to the next topic before your listeners have grasped what you communicated. Plus, you may be 10 steps ahead of everyone else in your thoughts. You get bored with routines. You are meant to break free from conventional thinking. Famous creatives born with Uranus in aspect to Mercury include NBA star LeBron James, shock jock Howard Stern, comedian Dave Chappelle, and physicist Stephen Hawking. If you were born with Uranus with an aspect to Venus, not only do you desire freedom, but you need an outlet for personal expression. There is a sincerity about you that stands out from others. You have an appreciation of the unique and the rebellious. You have an electric personality. Your tastes can be described as eclectic. As a result, what you create tends to be one of a kind or futuristic. You have your own aesthetic in your creative work, which may be expressed through art, fashion, music, or beauty. You are very open-minded. You love being busy by multitasking and exploring, which stimulate creative expression. But these desires are often hampered by difficulties staying on task, remaining grounded, and completing what you have started. You crave change. In fact, you thrive on it. Being authentic is more important to you than fitting into society's norms. However, you may be too extreme in your rebelliousness, which blocks you from seeing your authentic self. You need a significant amount of your own space, and the idea of settling into a relationship may be challenging for you because you fear losing the freedom and space you require. It is therefore crucial to communicate what your boundaries are. Famous creatives born with Uranus in aspect to Venus include actress Elizabeth Taylor, actor Johnny Depp, singer Lenny Kravitz, and writer Edgar Allan Poe. If you were born with Uranus with an aspect to Mars, the desire of Mars meets the inspiration of Uranus. Your creative drive is dynamic and highly energetic. You get incredibly strong bursts of creative energy, which you want to act on immediately. Creatively, this may manifest as unconventional art, such as performance art, electronic music, or digital art, extreme sports, technological creativity such as coding, virtual reality, or AI art, or creating projects for the purpose of social change. When you act on these sudden inspirations immediately, often they are not sustainable because while there is a lot of energy put into the idea, there is not enough planning involved for the idea to have the longevity it requires. This energy can be used more sustainably if you stay the course and fight this sudden urge to change direction. Keep your vision on futuristic ideas and not what's conventional. You are meant to innovate quickly and with great intensity. Famous creatives born with Uranus in aspect to Mars include actor and comedian Robin Williams, mixed martial artist Conor McGregor, director Orson Welles, and talk show host Oprah Winfrey. When we look at what house natal Uranus is in, we can see which areas of your life you may try to stir things up, do old things in a new way, and go against the establishment. 3 houses can particularly influence your creativity when Uranus is in one of them: the 3rd house, the 5th house, and the 11th house. In this video, I will discuss Uranus's creative influence when it is in one of these 3 houses. If you were born with Uranus in the 3rd house, you have a unique communication style. You may even invent new words or terminology. You create using communication and an intellect. Your words are meant to challenge the status quo, but sometimes others have a hard time understanding what you express. You have an extremely quick mind. You learn better through following your intuition rather than the conventional educational system. Your ideas are often groundbreaking, but you are inconsistent in following them through. You may have an idea that comes in a flash, but may vanish as quickly as it appeared. You have a relentless curiosity. Along with traditional education being a challenging institution for you, it may be difficult for you to settle into a traditional job. Your mind is built for innovative ideas, which may be channeled through writing, journalism, or digital content. Learning and communicating through technology is a good modality for you. You are not one for maintaining everyday routines, and you look for ways to break them, to live more spontaneously. Famous creators with Uranus in the 3rd house include physicist Albert Einstein, business magnate Elon Musk, musician Kendrick Lamar, and director Tim Burton. If you were born with Uranus in the 5th house, you are a playful, magnetic creator. Your best work is done through spontaneity. You are quite rebellious, and this also inspires you to create. You will get ideas in spurts, but these ideas don't come through on a regular basis. So there may be intervals when you must wait for an idea. You are no fan of following rules, and you have a tendency not to complete projects. You may be excited by an idea initially, but then suddenly lose your passion for it. Creativity may be in the form of experimental art, performance, invention, digital art, or futuristic projects. Actors or musicians with Uranus in this house may be very improvisational. Whatever creative medium you engage in, you are a trendsetter. Famous creatives born with Uranus in the 5th house include actor Timothy Chalamet, musician Elvis Presley, actress Pamela Anderson, and royal family member Meghan Markle. If you were born with Uranus in the 11th house, you create through collaboration and vision. Your creativity is expressed through groups, movements, and communities. You see the creative potential in the new through technology, trends, and ideals. You tend to have creative, unique, and brilliant friends. Within creative groups, you take on a leadership role. On the negative side, you may feel alienated from groups, feeling that you don't belong. You may suddenly leave your groups or have difficulty committing to group endeavors. Your creativity may be expressed in the role of a visionary thinker, designer, team innovator, technology leader, AI developer, or digital culture innovator. You are a creative trendsetter and disruptor of the status quo. Famous creatives born with Uranus in the 11th house include Apple CEO Steve Jobs, singer-songwriter Billie Eilish, artist Vincent van Gogh, and self-help guru Tony Robbins. Were you born with Uranus in one of these houses, or with aspects to the Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, or Mars? How do you feel this influences your creativity? Well, that's it for now. Please like, comment, and share this video, and subscribe to my channel to know when the next video drops. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more creative tools. See you soon.